Good afternoon, everybody out there in YouTube world. I got another update for you guys today. Today's update is going to be with the Dutch bucket system that I built about a month ago, so you guys can see the growth of the tomatoes. Originally, I had planted 5 tomato plants. 2 of them were suckers from a determinate tomato, and I didn't know the difference between determinate and indeterminate. So apparently, determinate tomatoes put out all their fruit and flowers all at one time, whereas indeterminate will keep on growing and you can grow a long vine. The suckers that I planted were from a determinate, so they were already at the end of their growth cycle, so I replaced those. But we'll give you guys a look-see at the other ones for now. Here's one here, it's about 3 feet tall. It's got a whole bunch of fruit growing on it already down here. A whole bunch of little tomatoes. So these puppies are doing good. This one here, this one's a determinate and this one's indeterminate. As you can tell by looking at them, this one's already pretty much done growing. It's got a lot of flowers on it, and it's gonna put off all its fruit all at once. And then this one's gonna continue to grow. This one over here, I believe, is also indeterminate. So we'll see what happens. And then down here we've got a little seedling. I got this from my friend Beaker. This is a Tiny Tim's tomato, I believe. And I planted that out here from seed because I tried germinating one in the house and putting a seedling out here, and the sun cooked it because I didn't let it get used to the temperature. But anyways, we got a pole bean over here in the hydroponic solution. And then today I built this. An add-on to the original Dutch bucket, so I got 2 setups now, and none of these are glued together. I just used plumber's tape and just pressed them together with my hands with the plumber's tape real good, and there's no leaking anywhere. So if I need to take this apart and reuse the parts for something, then I can. They're not glued together and ruined. Anyways, here we got a Japanese eggplant, and then over here we've got white grapes. We'll see how these do. I've never grown grapes before, so let's see what happens. And then over here we've got purple grapes. I got these at the store for like $5.43 each. And then this one is blueberry, and it's already got flowers on it, but I don't know if they're going to do anything because I just planted it. It might go into shock. And then over here we've got blackberries. Where I grew up in Washington, those things grew like wild, or grew wild all over the place. I'll step back here and let you take a look at the whole thing. I built a trellis up there to hang the tomatoes from. Well, there's my Dutch buckets. I got all the fill lines on the top here, and I just drilled little holes and put 1/4-inch black tubing in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's the fill hose, or fill line. And they all drain in the same place. Follow this over here, up and over, and down there into the sterilite tote. And I'll just have to keep an eye on the water and the nutrients, because I know some of these are going to suck up the nutrients like it's nobody's business. But while we're over here, we'll check out the Aquaponics. Here's the DWC. I tore it all apart and cleaned out all the gook in there. I'm going to get some different styrofoam. This stuff is no good. And over here we've got the Swiss chard, still going strong. This stuff just keeps growing. I'm pretty impressed with it. The stalks are getting real thick down at the bottom. As I've been harvesting, they just keep growing more and more and more. And over here we've got some eggplants. These are black beauties. They're turning brown. I'm not sure why. Could be lack of nutrients. And then back here we've got 2 avocado trees. They're doing really good. When those get big enough, we'll transplant those out of there. Here's another one that's not doing so good. We'll see if it bounces back. If not, I'll get rid of it. And we've got some sugar daddy sweet peas back here. One of them's not doing too good, but we'll see what happens. We'll leave them be. And over here we've got tons of spinach still. Just can't eat enough of it. It just keeps growing back. And we got a tomato here. Ooh, I might eat that right now. Nice and red. Mmm. That's good. Sorry about that. Can't see my face. It's in the. I'm using a crappy camera. One of these days I'll get a real camera and a computer, and then I can edit my videos like some of the other people out there on YouTube. But for now, I have to make do with a broken cell phone. These are some more pole beans right here. Sorry, I'm still chewing up the tomato. Now over here we've got lemon thyme. It's starting to come back. I thought it was going to die, but it looks like it's doing okay now. And the red bell sweet pepper. It's doing really good. Got a bunch of new growth coming on there. And I sacrificed this grow bed so that I could steal the hydroton for the new Dutch buckets, because I didn't have any other grow medium. But we'll go down here and check out the drains. As you can see, they're mostly empty. Now, I'm not going to grow lettuce in here anymore because I don't have one to show you, but the root masses on them turn into like little balls, and they start clogging up and backing up the system. So it's a great idea, just not for lettuce, not for anything that grows humongous roots. Down here we've got a pole bean. It's got new growth on it already. I put this in here a couple days ago. And then these two guys, they're doing all right. I forget what they are. I think they're cucumbers. No, I'm sorry, watermelon. These are watermelon. I just put those in there today. And then over here we've got some more peppers and some random carrots. We got the shishito sweet pepper here. It's got some fruit on it. They're starting to turn red, or pods. And then here we've got a cowhorn red pepper. Just throwing out some flowers. And then over here you can see I moved the rhubarb all the way to the back. It was right here in the front, but this is where the drain is. And over time the roots found their way into the drain and they clogged up this thing and it started backing up. But I caught it in time. And I took it all apart. I had to take apart the drain system and cut all this up and build a whole new thing. It's less complicated with less bends now. And I'm just waiting for some fish tank silicone to dry, and then I'll turn it back on and these guys will get going again. And you can see here I've got some cucumbers. There's 3 of them in here. They are salad bush cucumbers. And over here we've got golden zucchini, sweet basil. There's 3 sweet basils, and then a straight neck heirloom squash. And then here we've got another avocado tree. This one's doing really good. And then here's another smaller one here with a carrot next to it to give you an idea how small these are. And then some strawberries. I just put these in today. Let's see how they do. Got some more carrots and some old tomato plants. And if you follow this vine up here, up at the top there's like a little bush of little tiny tomatoes. I'll probably cut this down and get rid of it. And if you follow this side up and go up at the top, there's another little bush of little tiny tomatoes. Maybe I'll leave those for a little while and see what happens. I'll see what happens when they ripen and see how they taste. If they don't have any flavor, then I'll pull this guy out and make room for something else. And down here we've got some more carrots. Let's pull this one out so you can look at it. It's a white carrot. I probably could have left that in there a little bit longer, but these guys don't do well when you transplant them, so I'm going to keep him out and I'm going to have him for dinner. Then over here we've got the Pablo Ancho hot pepper, and I pulled one of these off yesterday. It was really big. And look back here, there's a red one, or turning red, so he's almost ready to harvest too. And then we'll go all the way over here, check out the carrots, the recycled plastic container carrots. They're doing really good. I think the largest one's probably 7 or 8 inches tall. And for the most part, there's a carrot growing in each one of those containers. I know one of my viewers was concerned about the plastic breaking down from the sunlight, and you know, that's a good point. It probably will over time. So I'm going to start collecting green glass bottles, and then I'll be replacing these after a while so that they'll all be glass. It's going to take me a couple years though. I don't drink a lot of beer. I have one or two of these every now and then. And then over here we'll check out the, actually we'll go over here to the Kratky container here. This is the first time I've had a plant not die on me after a rain, because this thing would fill up with water and drown the plant. So what I did was I drilled a hole down here so the water can only get this high. And then as the plant gets larger and the roots get larger, I could push this in and it'll drop down on the inside, lowering the water level, keeping it that low. So we got a cucumber in there. I planted that from seed. And over here, we'll check the progress on the filter system. Here's the, oh look, there's a fish in there. And he is still alive, I believe. Yep. So I'll dump him back in the big fish tank. Do that now before he does die. Oh, he's got fin rot. I don't know if you can see him very well. He has no tail, and he's really struggling to swim. That's unfortunate. And the reason behind that is because when I got the fish, I didn't quarantine them in a saltwater tank. You know, you get I think it's 1 tablespoon per gallon. You know, I'll probably get like a 5-gallon bucket and do that from now on. I pull out 1 or 2 of these every couple of days with the fin rot like that, and this guy's gonna die. But anyways, we'll go back to the positive. Here's the biological filter media. There's tons and tons of bacteria growing in there. That's a good sign. I'm gonna pop this guy in down here. That's where the other fish that I've been finding go. And then I have the water salted. And here's the solid waste filter. This will be the first time I've showed you guys this. I'm going to dump it out into this container here. Got a little 1/2-inch line going out of there. And then you get to see how nasty the water is. You can see how brown it turned. Now it's starting to clear up. But I just take that water and I dump it on the pepper plants over here. Over here we've got, this guy is a Brazilian starfish. It's about 1.5 feet tall. And then next to it's the chiltepee, which you guys have seen. This thing's about done. Most of the fruit's already ripened to come off of it. It still has a few more left, little green guys. We'll see what happens with those. And then here's the yellow Scotch bonnet. It is almost barren. There are no pods. Or if there is any, they're hiding. There's one little one right there. But I got quite a bit of pods off of that one. Then over here we have another Brazilian starfish. That one's about 4 feet tall. That one's doing really good. Then over here we've got the El Oro de Ecuador. And one of them fell over. I need to stake it up. Oh, sorry about that. I dropped you guys. And next to that one is the Carolina Reaper. Now this one has, it looks like lots of little buds growing on all the little tips here. So we might get a few pods off of that. I'll have to do a video of me eating one of those so you guys can laugh at me. I'm sure it's going to be hotter than all heck. And over here we've got fish tanks. We'll show you guys the fish. I don't know if you can see them in there or not, but we'll get you close. Some of them are getting pretty big. I can see them from here. I don't know if you can see them on the camera though. There might be a reflection or something. Some of them are getting pretty big. There's some 6-inch, 7-inch guys in there, and then there's some little 1-inch and 2-inch. And then there's also a Plecostomus. I put a Plecostomus in each one of these tanks and in my sump tank. And you can see here my filter system. I'm filtering out some water for me to drink right now. I just replaced these filters. They lasted about 1 year. Excuse me. But anyways, that's my update for the day. It was really supposed to be just about the Dutch buckets, but I like to show off the other stuff and let you guys see the progress and see how things are growing. And over here we've got the Kratky container. I got a bunch of radishes going in here now and some carrots I need to harvest. There's actually 3 in here, so those are going to be really weird looking. Last time I pulled out one of these containers that had 2 carrots in it, they were really odd looking. Oh, and then the new potato growth. They're going crazy. Before I had only planted 1 potato in here, and this time I put, I believe 5. So maybe we'll get a little bit more potatoes this time. And there's my little bin for dumping out the soil and cleaning out the pots from the hardware store when I get the little seedlings. And then there's some more mess and some more plastic containers. But that's my update for today, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed. This camera sucks. Let's say Tuesday. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I'm going to be busy working like usual. That's okay, I love my job. Hope you guys have a good time, and thanks for watching. See you next time.